Alrighty, folks. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Andrew Taranta, and I am back with you guys on another TRXC update. Very, very interesting day. Not by any means not expected, not unexpected. I did say in the last video that we should obviously expect a sell off that no company goes up 100% like this. Look at this. Just shot right up, and doesn't, suffer a very big sell-off, especially at TRXC, which, isn't, it's a good company. It's a great value investment, but it's not, it's not by any means people's number one medical company out there, or they don't have that type of prestige right now. I guess like prestige would be a good word. So I think that sometimes impacts their volatility. But net over net, the 3-month is still looking really good. This is the 5-day. The 3-month chart looks really, really nice. Lost about 20% if you didn't sell today of the profit that you made yesterday off the big 100% run-up. But I think today we got some of the sell-offs off because I think the people here are, willing to stay. I think that there is a reason why this company went up, and I believe that it's a very obvious reason. I think that the company has just been been sitting there in a field of now growing industry. I don't know if you see the industry today, but the medical supplies and distribution industry, everybody's green today other than TRXC, but things will change. I mean, there's companies that are getting pumped a lot of money right now into biomedical. And I think when people really start taking their eyes onto TRXC and seeing all the things that they're doing and how they're doing it, I think that people are going to be really excited about the future with this company. But like I said, it is going to take a little bit of time. So this isn't going to happen overnight. My plan right now is still to just hold till earnings. I obviously want to really buy. If you're a value investor right now, this is a great time to buy because this thing keeps going down. So if tomorrow goes down, that sounds like a good thing because you're going to be able to get in cheaper. That's really the best part about this is that, we know it's a great investment. We know it has a long time to maturity, true maturity. And I think buying anything right now, especially on a red day, would be fantastic. I really hope nobody sold on this red day because you shouldn't be selling in the red anyways, especially on a company that just a moment ago shot up 100%, for no apparent reason. So, it would be a little foolish to imagine that you'll never be able to get back, even if you got at the top at about a $1. You're in a position right now where I think that you will see your dollar again. And that's not, as long as you hold on to it. And I know what you're saying. Oh, I want to go here, make my money move faster, faster, faster. But I promise you, give this at least till earnings. I'm not asking for a lot with that. I think that if you hold on till earnings, there is a fundamental possibility that you do see a rise. Obviously, there's always the possibility that, it trades sideways or, kind of just gets back into a little bit of a rut, which we've seen in past, prior come-ups, like right up here. We could see that it got up to around 80 cents and 75 and then followed this slam down effect and then another slam down into another slam down. And it was even lower than it was before earnings. It got all the way down to 30 cents. So it was even lower than where it had been. And then it caught some wind, got up back into the 40s, and then kind of just got slammed. And this went on for sort of months on end, where it was every day just kind of like nothing really happening. But then you'd see a 13% rise. I remember those days. And then just kind of crashes back down. And one of those things where it's just not particularly fun to be in this company sometimes because this has happened in the past. We have seen this behavior with this chart. So we're hoping that's not the case. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that it's turned the page and that type of behavior isn't going to be seen. But I think that it has a lot of storytelling to do. And I think it has a lot of things it needs to get done to really have people believe in this company again and believe in the future of the company again. Because right now I think people are it's going to get pumped and dumped. I mean, there's a very real possibility that this stock could get really low, even lower than then what is this? Then 50. You know, like don't be surprised if it does something like that. I think it'll go back up. So, you know, you can have a possibility to, at least if you really do want to get out and you hate the volatility and you're just like, screw it, you know, I just couldn't sell now, but now I have do that, whatever. I think that'll happen. But understand that this is a company that, you know, it's like, yeah, great, 100% growth. You know, it's nothing compared to the thousands of growth that I can foresee, you know, going forward. So, I mean, it's obviously maybe not thousands, but hundreds of percents, you know. So from my perspective, I think that I think that from my perspective, if you were looking at this company from a idea that it's going to be $4 to $5, then really all you want to do is right now load at this great price. So if we can kind of commit ourselves to a price and we can look at their charts and we can look at their things and say, this is what this price should be, and I know it's going to get there because it should be there, and the only reason it's not there is because there's been a very stupid event that kind of just ran the company down, or the fact that you should believe that this company, no matter, even if it did have a strain of bad luck, is doing a lot of great things and moving in the right direction and being in an industry that is currently getting a lot of attention. We could see that with Jaguar Health, Zomedica. We could see a lot of companies that are benefiting off of this new biotech investment. So I think I'm not very worried, but I wouldn't don't be surprised. Just try to expect to a certain degree that this could drop even further, but also understand in the long term it's going to do better. And then also understand that if it does drop in the short term and you do want to get out of it and you're like, you know what, I'm losing money here. I can't keep losing money. I got to get out. What I would do then is I would look at this chart, and we can see that, like, when there's a drop, you usually have another chance to swing at about 50% return. We saw it twice here. So right about here, we got about 50% to the drop on that, a little bit more actually. And then here, we got about to 50% of the drop as well. So right now, we're looking at something probably in the 80-cent range, if that's like a place where you just can't take a loss anymore. You know, I get that. Because that would be about the 50% mark, which could be basically the top of the tower for a little bit, for like maybe a few months. But, you know, I mean, we'll definitely see what happens. I mean, do I see it just kind of exploding? I mean, there's possibilities to that, but there's also, you know, there's a lot of work to be done for that to happen. And I think right now it looks fantastic. It looks like there's movement, you know, but it's not 100%. It's not 100%, and nothing in the stock market is. But at that same rate, we also know that it's had some great earnings. We also know all the things that we know about the company that I've already gone over. And ultimately, knowing all of that information, I feel like should make us extremely confident that no matter really what happens with the price, we should just act accordingly. Buy the fear, buy it up, and sell the greed. So if you want to swing trade this, you might have a good shot. If you can swing trade $100,000 a day, know that there's going to be a shit ton of fear the next one, buy it when it all gets low. Whatever you got to do, that's not a bad idea. But know that ultimately you could be wrong. So swing trade with your own discretion, because I'm not a big fan of it. I don't do it. But you know what works just as well as swing trading? Just kind of buying the stock when it's red. So always having some cash on hand is always very important for value investing. So if you can just buy some more of that stock, you're going to be in a great position as it goes down. So you can, you might even be able to average down, which would be kind of incredible with this stock. So definitely get excited. Definitely a weird day today, but not a day that will live in infamy. A day that more or less is a logical result to a day that was beyond measure incredible. and perhaps maybe a little too incredible. And the stock needs a little bit of time to start accepting itself where it is. So hopefully it gets over its identity crisis soon and it starts getting to the price that it needs to be. So definitely let's look towards the future. It's just the week has just began. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 more trading days, and a lot of opportunity to see what happens. And I guess at the end of the week, I will post a video about the weekly performance and how I feel like that kind of looks at it. So I definitely want to make a video today just because of the whole, drop 20%, let's make a video about it. That's a big drop. It's no joke. A lot of people probably lost thousands of dollars. And I think that's part of the game. That's part of the game. If you're not willing to you didn't lose it, remember, it's on paper, you didn't lose shit. So like I said, I think if you got at any of these numbers that have kind of been on this run, it will get there again. I promise you that. That I can promise you. I don't know when. I don't know if it's going to take 3 months. I don't know if it's going to take, 3 months or, whatever down the line. But at some point, I do believe there's a very good chance that this company is going to be at, above $1. Above $1, like at least 150. So I think you'll, no matter what, walk away with some profit from this company if you just hold on tight and kind of weather the storms. So definitely get ready for a bumpy ride. I think that's what we learned about today.